All right, guys, let's check out well, not a new model, but a new colorway special edition, limited edition as well from Mitch Mason. This is their Maelstrom line of watches, but this one is a special release that in collaboration with Microbrand Watches Facebook group. So there's, I think, over 23,000 members of that group right now. I probably won't put a link to it, but if you go to Facebook and you type in Microbrand Watches, and you search, and then there's probably like a little questionnaire thing you could join and get involved with that group, but they have a primary focus on microbrand watches, right? So they worked in collaboration with Mitch Mason, and they designed this thing, and I think it looks great. So let's cover the specs on it real quick, and then we can get into the little special things about it. So 40 millimeter wide case, 47 lug to lug. You can see that nice profile on the side of the case there was drilled lug holes. Only with the double dome sapphire crystal, I measure 12.75. I think if you were to ditch that, you would be closer to 12. You have a 20 millimeter lug width here, and this bracelet, nice H-link bracelet, tapers down to 16, actually a touch under 16. And then you have a fully milled out clasp with 6 micro adjust, very simple operation, double pushers, and a nice fold over keeper there that is signed. Very simple operation. And I will do a close-up of that case back. The case back is phenomenal. So that is a very big highlight of the watch. 6.5 millimeter screw down crowns. This one is to adjust the time, hack the movement, wind. So you unscrew it, you get a nice pop, and you can wind the Miyota 9015 automatic movement with the date at the 6 o'clock. It's a very small date, and a color match date wheel makes it a little tricky to read, but it is there nonetheless. So you can pop it out, it'll stop the seconds hand. You can adjust the hour and minute hand. You can point it towards that almost 9 o'clock looking thing. So instead of the 9, they use the Greek symbol for microbrand watches, right? So that's a cool little feature on the dial because it is a sandwich dial, so they could cut that out and have that reveal. Never seen that done before, and I kind of dig it. So if I can get this thing to catch, we'll get this thing screwed in here. Nice traction on the crowns. And then this one up here, you unscrew this one. Again, you'll get a very small pop. And then you have a bi-directional inner rotating bezel to adjust for tracking a second time zone. However you want to use it, or you could use it for timing or just to spin it back and forth and waste time. You can do whatever you want with it because it would be yours, right? So there is that. 300 meter water depth rating on this. There is like 10 layers of anti-reflective coating on that crystal, so it is very clear on that guy as well. Only 100 of these have been made, or will be made. They're going to be shipping at some point. So if we zoom in, we can take a closer look at the dial. You can see that they call it a tidal red, tidal, like the tide, like a red tide. And it is a very nicely done red. And the inner rotating bezel matches the dial perfectly. The date wheel matches it perfectly. And then you have that signature Mitch Mason handset as well. Signed crowns. Again, the micro symbol on the screw down crown. Excellent finishing on this. Lovely H-link bracelet. And let's take a look at that case back. So again, you have the micro logo in the center with very detailed tentacles and all that other good stuff going on there. So you have the Mitch Mason up at the top of the crest, and then Microbrand Watches Group down at the bottom, and they'll be individually numbered. This is 000 of 100, so this is the prototype. And you have some information around the outside there as well. Quick release spring bars. Always a nice option if you want to swap this out to a fabric strap or a leather or something like that. All of that would work and look really good with that red in the stainless case. Price points on these are about $550. I think they're going to go up after 2022, but you have to be a member of that Facebook group. Once you are in there, they have it pinned up at the top. I've been a member for a long time. I'm not very active on there. I don't get on Facebook a ton, but if you are a member, you will have access to a code that will, when you click the link for the watch, you put the code in, and then it fully gives you access to it so you can actually do the pre-order on it. That's the only way you're going to get it. I can't provide you the code. I can't provide you the link or anything like that. I'm going to give you the link to Mitch Mason, but it's not going to be the link to this watch. You have to be a member of that group. So if you're already a member, which if you're watching my videos, there's a good chance that you maybe already are, you know, and you've been on the fence about this watch, I can tell you this watch it's very cool. And the fact that there's only going to be 100 of them, I love limited edition things, guys. And this is like beyond limited because it's also special. It's not like they just did a red dial and made 100 of them. This is in, you know, it has a lot of special things. The crown, the dial cutout, the case back, those are all extremely special one-off things that you're not going to see on another one of these. So let's kill the lights and check the loom on this, because with micro brands, you also get really good loom. And with sandwich dials, that helps out a lot too. But you can see the loom on this is just spectacular. Extremely legible, and that is one of the biggest highlights of micro brands, beyond like getting all the weird special things that we get that you don't see on a lot of big brands. The loom has always been like a highlight of micro brands. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.